Large language models, they're absolutely incredible. They're some of the most powerful tools we've ever created. They can whip up poetry, generate code, answer questions that would stump most of us, but they have this hidden critical flaw. They have a tendency to lie, and to do it with incredible confidence. So, how in the world do we fix that? First things first, let's actually see this flaw in action. We're going to put an AI on the spot. Ask it something it just can't possibly know the answer to. And, well, let's just see what happens. Okay, so here's our question for a standard LLM. What are Databricks asset bundles? Now, you should know this is a bit of a trick question. This particular feature, it was released after the model finished its training. So, logically, there's no way it should know the answer. Let's see what it comes up with. And wow, just look at this response. It sounds so professional, so detailed. It even made up a whole new acronym for DABs, Databricks Automation Building Blocks. It's describing how they're modular and reusable, but there's just one tiny problem. It's all fake, 100% fabricated. The model literally just made it all up. So what's going on here? Well, it really boils down to two main problems. The first is what we call hallucinations. That's when the model just invents these plausible-sounding but totally wrong facts instead of just saying, I don't know. And the second problem? Its knowledge is completely out of date. The AI's entire world, its universe of information, just stopped the day its training data was finalized. So, if the big issue is that the AI is basically working from a closed-off, outdated memory, the solution starts to seem pretty straightforward, right? We've got to find a way to give it an open book. And that right there is exactly what Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short, is all about. The idea is actually pretty simple. Before the AI tries to answer your question, we go out and find relevant, up-to-date external information and give it to the model. You can really think of it as giving the AI an open book test. And the results? They are absolutely stunning. On the left, you see that totally fabricated answer from before, and on the right, that's the answer from a system using RAG. It's completely correct because it's based on information it just pulled from the latest documentation. The difference is just night and day. And this is why RAG is such a massive deal. We're not talking about a minor tweak here. This is a true game changer. It means an AI can now tap into your company's private documents, use info from this morning's news, and it drastically reduces those dangerous hallucinations. It can even give you citations so a person can go and check exactly where the information came from. Okay, so we get what RAG is and why it's so incredibly powerful. But how does it actually work? How does it manage to find that one perfect little needle of information in a giant, massive haystack of data? Let's pop the hood and look inside the engine. The whole process basically breaks down into 4 key steps. Step 1 is preparation. This is where we process and index all that external data, getting it ready. Then comes retrieval. When you ask a question, the system finds the most relevant chunks of info. Third is augmentation. We take your original question and combine it with the info we just found. And finally, generation. The LLM gives an answer, but now it's using that new, supercharged prompt we just built for it. Now, the real magic, the secret sauce. It all happens in that retrieval step. The big challenge is, how do you search for a concept or a meaning, and not just a simple keyword? Well, the key is to turn meaning into math. Okay, let's take a common phrase, something like, it's raining cats and dogs. Now, a basic keyword search would be totally useless here, right? It would be looking for actual cats and dogs. But a modern AI, it understands the meaning. It knows we're talking about the weather. And it represents that meaning as a long list of numbers called a vector. Just think of this vector as a kind of mathematical fingerprint for the meaning of that phrase. Now, a computer can search for other phrases that have a similar fingerprint, like, say, heavy downpour, even if they don't share a single word. Okay, so turning meaning into math is a really clever trick. I get it. But what does this actually unlock for us in the real world? How are companies putting this technology to use today? The applications are just incredibly practical. Imagine being able to literally talk to your company's HR documents and just ask questions in plain English. Or building an internal co-pilot for your customer service team that instantly finds the right answer buried in a mountain of policy manuals. This tech can even draft sales emails for you using the very latest customer data, or give you these super smart code suggestions because it understands your entire project's codebase. Now, RAG is a fantastic tool. There's no doubt about it. But it's not the only tool in the toolbox. So to really see the bigger picture, let's quickly compare it to some of the other ways we have to customize an AI. And this table really lays it all out perfectly. On one end of the spectrum, you have prompt engineering. It's low cost, low complexity. It's basically just getting better at giving instructions. All the way on the other end is fine-tuning. This is complex, it's expensive, and it's like sending the AI back to school to learn a brand new skill or change its entire style. RAG sits right in that perfect sweet spot in the middle. It's the ideal choice when you need to inject fresh, external knowledge into the AI without having to fundamentally rebuild the model itself. And really, that's what's so exciting about all of this. This technology gives us the power to create an expert AI on literally any topic, just by giving it the right documents to read. It grounds the AI in reality, your reality. So the question isn't really what the AI already knows anymore. The real question is, what are you going to teach it first?